Adrian the Alchemistic here. Spirit has me doing another message for today. Clearly, the atmosphere is charged because I did a reading. Spirit woke me up literally at like 1 a.m. to do a reading, and now Spirit's like, you got to do another one for the collective. This one's going to be a little different. This is just going to be messages from Spirit in general. So we'll see where it goes. But they want me to do the tea leaf first for some messages from Spirit for the collective. So we're just going to go ahead and begin. Okay. Shuffling. All my intentions set on receiving messages from Spirit. Okay. I only take the ones that land face up. Okay. Let's see. Got one so far. We're gonna read it in a second. Hold on. These are hard to shuffle. There's like a bunch of these. Okay. Okay, those came up. Okay. Seems like what Spirit wants to say. Okay, so the first one that came up is tankard. And on the bottom is a celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So it's obviously some kind of drink. I don't exactly know what tankard is, but by the imagery and the words, Spirit is saying that now is a time that they are celebrating. And I think that came up in another reading about the celebration that they're celebrating in your spirit team, your ancestors, your guides. They say it's time to celebrate. You put in the work and now it's time to enjoy. This is also similar to the energy of if your Saturn is in Pisces and now that it's heading into Aries, that means your Saturn return has been completed. So all those karmic lessons, all those things that felt constricting and like really hard lessons, I'm speaking from personal experience. If you did the work, they're celebrating you. Okay. Then we got a bow. You're highly thought of. So you're being recognized not just in a celebratory fashion, but just literally out of admiration. Like this could be someone literally physically here and also in the spirit realm that's thinking of you. Then we have a caricature of a fair man dealing with relationships with a man with blonde gray hair. So I'm getting like a grandfather figure or great grandfather looking over you. That could be the person admiring you right now as a great grandfather or grandfather figure. Also a secret admirer. So on another note, it could also be just somebody that's admiring you from afar because we have the vase. Okay. Then we have the candle. You will be shown the way. Okay. So literally, and I lit these 2 blue candles for Spirit to come through with the messages. So maybe candle working is significant for you. Lighting a purple candle for Spirit. Or I'm getting the message that now for the lunar year, new year, to light a candle or do a burning ritual with a candle to release what no longer serves you, and then also to bring in, good fortune and just all the positive things you want to manifest for this new year. Okay, then we have a man, dealing a relationship with a man. So this could be the secret admirer, okay? You could be a divine feminine, female, or man, doesn't matter. There's a man admiring you. Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay, so maybe right now you might be in a relationship, or it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be platonic, but you're kind of just I feel like the word stalemate comes to mind, but it's kind of just like blasé. It's kind of just like you're over it, and you're looking for something new. And so the secret admirer in the background is kind of just like one of those signs that there's something new coming into your environment. There's a new energy around relationships and romances that you're ready for. Maybe because of now, if your Saturn return is over, a lot of hardships and very tough karmic lessons came through relationships for most people. So now is a time when you're going to be attracting and aligning, right, to better, much better, less confining, less restricting, less obstacular, I don't know if that's the right word, but obstacles in terms of relationships. So just be aware of that. Okay, so I feel like those are the messages from Spirit. Now we're going to go into messages from the angels as well. So we're going to go in with this deck and just ask Spirit and the angels to come through with some messages, confirmations, whatever this collective needs to hear right now. Okay, and just take what resonates, you guys. Okay, Spirit, angels, what does the collective need to know right now? Okay, one of the major arcana in this deck, 14 solutions, Archangel Zadkiel. Okay, that's alchemy, that's transmutation. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So I believe this is similar to the death card, which is new beginnings, which is what we're experiencing now. It's literally that Saturn return, ending. So it's definitely resonates with the energy. And then Zadkiel is also the violet flame, a very transformative, right? Because death is transformation, right? It's rebirth. So we're seeing that energy appear right now for the collective of that transmuting. Right now is like literally the sealing of, not sealing like above you, but to seal something. It's like you're being sealed with this alchemical sigil is what I'm seeing. And it's kind of like your new era. It's not even a chapter. It's like a new, completely just energetic shift from the last 20 something years of your life. You know what I'm saying? So this is just like an entirely new book. Okay. So anything else from this deck, Spirit? Anything else the angels have to say? Any other messages from this deck? Ooh, that one flew out. Okay, so we have Eight of Ariel. It says, take great pride in your excellent work. Patience makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. So what I get from this card is essentially, again, a congratulatory message where Spirit is saying, good job on your excellent work. And then, that it's not over, but that practice equals perfection. So the more you put into work, all the things that you've learned, and you're patient with yourself, and you keep being resilient and practicing and practicing and practicing and making it into a routine where it becomes almost first nature, okay, then you get closer to perfection. You know what I'm saying? You get closer to perfecting exactly what it is that, whether that be your craft, whether that be, okay, some kind of artistic endeavor, whether that be whatever it is, maybe even seeking a formal training or some more information on the subjects or whatever particular interest this is. That's what Spirit's guiding you at the moment. Okay, anything else from this deck, Spirit? Any other message from this deck? Okay, that one came out. Oh, okay. Oh, beautiful, the world. So that's about completion. And it's Archangel Michael, and he's coming here to say, that's it. Here, it's a very happy ending, meaning that that's it. The Saturn has come out of Pisces. It's in Aries. It's coming full circle. Spiritual growth and insight. It's only upward and onward from here for you guys experiencing the end of your Saturn returns. Okay. And then we have Page of Gabriel, which is about, okay, it says, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So Spirit's saying, like, on to the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've come this far. Now's not the time to think small. Now's the time to expand. So it's like, whatever you were thinking of doing, challenge yourself and actually think bigger. Okay? Because you are highly capable, and this is coming into your manifestation. Like, this is around the corner. Okay, and then Knight of Raphael, which is romantic, dramatic, poetic, and introspective. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So again, like I said, okay, so now with this completely new book that we're writing, okay, we get to experience deeper connections, relationships, love that doesn't sting. You know what I'm saying? We're actually going to move from the pain into actually more of the perfection of like a true divine unity, a true divine love. Okay. So that's what we're heading towards now. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and finish the reading just with some confirmations from this other Guardian Angel Tarot deck. And then we'll just pull one of the Talisman Oracles at the end just to sum it up. The major theme of this reading, which we can already see, it's about elevation. It's about celebration, elevation, just like overall good times ahead, which is awesome. Okay, Guardian Angels, what do you have to say about this, Spirit? Give us a message from this deck. Okay, Queen of Fire, what else? Anything? Oh, oop, that one wanted to come out. Let me pick that one up. Ooh, Wise Counsel, belonging, learning, tradition. So there's a lot about learning. So we clearly learned a lot about ourselves, but as we continue to grow spiritually, there's still things to be learned. And traditions, I'm hearing spiritual traditions and like learning more about your ancestry and sort of like your community and what you gravitate to, and like what is your finding more of your spiritual ancestry is what I'm hearing, and those traditions which your ancestors practiced. Okay, there's like this desire for them to speak through these traditions. Okay, Queen of Fire is intelligent, exuberant, and determined. Okay, that's the energy that's really permeating through this reading. Okay, it's a lot of fire. Okay, and then at the end, we had the shedding of the ego. So that was the illusion, the dependency, and the materialism. Okay, so literally, as you could see in the imagery, it was a caged bird. And that's like literally that Saturnian energy that was so confining and restricting. And now you're finally being set free. And the universe is saying, okay, you've gone through the lessons. You understand now. Okay, you can fly, but you understand your responsibilities and you understand what that means. Okay, because again, we're also not independent, right? Everything that we do, because we have free will, is intertwined with other people's actions, and so we have to learn these karmic things so that we can live in harmony and in balance with everybody. Okay, so it's like all of these things that we learn coming into a full culmination of just understanding wisdom and the shedding and the death of the ego. Again, we got the card with Zadkiel about rebirth. So it's like this ego, right? This ego that we thought, you know, before of as our mask or our identity has been shedded. And now the illusion is gone and now we're living in truth, okay? So let's just see what was at the bottom of the deck. The Emperor. Okay, so you're stepping into a leadership role is what I'm hearing. Okay, organization and structure is important now. So that's probably why Spirit is telling you to go back to school. Not back to school, but to start learning something new. It's more for the structure and the routine and the discipline of it rather than for just like to get a job or whatever it is that we think that school's for. It's actually for the structure, okay? Spirit wants you to have more structure with this new lunar year coming up, so that you can enter into your destined path as one of these new leaders of the new earth, okay? That's what I'm hearing. So then finally, like I said, we're just gonna go in with the Talisman Oracle at the end just to sum it up and see what comes up. Okay, what's the theme? What else can we get out of this reading? Equilibrium, so that's the balance we're talking about. And banish a curse. And I had a feeling this was going to come out. But it's finally, okay, and that has to do with the burning ritual that I was mentioning. So now that we're going into the new lunar new year, they want you to literally write down every negative thing that you've ever spoken to yourself or anyone spoken to you. And they want you to burn it. And then they want you to balance that ritual out with a new manifestation list. And you're going to write it, but you're not going to burn it. You're going to actually write down all your wishes for the new lunar new year, and then you're going to jar it. And then you're going to seal the jar, and that's like sealing your intention, and you're going to have your wishes in a jar. And then you're just going to hold on to that and put it in a sacred space, okay? And every day you could actually put moon water in. You could make it as elaborate or as simple as you'd like, but essentially you want to burn what no longer serves you, and you want to create a sanctuary for your wishes, or like, you know, you could do a blessed bowl or anything, you know, really to hold that intention of what you want to bring in for this new lunar new year. All right, so the flame has spoken, and we got plenty of messages from Spirit, the ancestors, guides, the whole Spirit team here. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. And until next time, this has been the reading for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.